Greece will be participating in just their second ever World Cup finals at South Africa 2010. Otto Rehhagel's team did it the hard way, qualifying via the playoffs after finishing second in Group 2. Greece were paired with Switzerland, Israel, Latvia, Luxembourg and Moldova when the draw for the group stages was made. They began in September 2008 with a trip to Luxembourg. Rehhagel's side led 2-0 at the break after Vasilis Torosidis and Theofanis Gekas found the net. A second-half penalty from Angelos Haristeas made sure of a comfortable win. 4 days later, Greece made another successful away trip. A 2-0 win against Latvia maintained their 100% start. This time, Gekas scored twice, taking his tally to 3 goals in 2 games. A month later, Greece played their first home game of qualification. Moldova were the visitors, and they too were beaten with ease. Haristeas was twice on target, and Konstanios Katsiuranis also got his name on the scoresheet. Greece had made the perfect start to qualification, winning their opening 3 games without conceding a goal. Switzerland inflicted a first defeat of the campaign on Rehhagel's team in the next game, 2-1 the scoreline in Athens. Despite the loss, Greece remained top of Group 2 with 9 points from 4 games. Israel were a point behind in second, while Switzerland were third. 5 months later, qualifying resumed in Ramat Gan as Greece played Israel in what proved a tough away fixture. Theofanis Gekas again proved his worth by putting them in front 4 minutes before half-time. Israel drew level soon after the break to ensure the game ended all square. The sides met again 4 days later. This time Greece claimed all 3 points. Dimitrios Salpingidis' blistering strike gave them the advantage. Israel equalised just short of the hour mark, but Greece won the match 8 minutes later. Georgios Samaras scored from the penalty spot just 3 minutes after coming off the bench. Greece still led the way in Group 2, but only goal difference separated them from Switzerland, with the side set to meet in Basel after the summer break. A crucial away game which would go a long way to deciding the winners of Group 2 then, and Greece left disappointed. Their task was made all the more difficult when Lukas Vintra was sent off 3 minutes before half-time after picking up a second yellow card. Despite the man advantage, a stubborn Greek defence looked like they'd claim a point until 2 late goals. Switzerland top of the group with 16 points to Greece's 13. Another tough away match with more late misery followed. Gekas put Greece a goal up in Moldova, but they were undone by an injury time equaliser. With only 2 games of the campaign remaining, Switzerland were firm favourites to win the group. Despite the setback, Greece were intent on at least securing second place, and a 5-2 demolition of Latvia in the penultimate group game moved them a step closer to achieving that. The ever-impressive Gekas was again the star of the show, scoring 4 goals. He was to end the campaign as the top scorer in Europe. With 1 game left to play, Greece trailed Switzerland by 3 points, but held a 2-point lead over third-placed Israel. Switzerland earned the point they needed in their final qualifier, whilst Greece again beat Luxembourg to ensure they finished as runners-up. Greece was seeded for the playoff draw and were paired with Ukraine. The first leg took place in Athens, and Greece were frustrated after being held to a goalless draw. Gekas and Samaras both spurned chances to give Greece the advantage before the trip to Donetsk in the Ukraine 4 days later. The second leg, though, was to prove a famous night in the history of Greek football. An early goal from Salpingidis proved enough to earn Greece a place at the World Cup finals. The Greek defence was superb in denying their opponents and ensuring their country would appear in just their second ever World Cup. Greece's World Cup record is appalling. Their only appearance in the finals back in 1994 saw them lose all 3 of their games, conceding 10 goals and failing to score. Much has changed since then. Otto Rehhagel proved himself one of international football's finest tacticians when he masterminded Greece's shock success in the 2004 European Championships. And he's retained the core of the squad which achieved that sensational triumph. expect Greece to give a much better account of themselves in their second World Cup finals appearance than they did in their first.